Here.
32 years of pain gone in 3 days.
I just love the products. They just help me to feel younger and younger year after year.
Thank God for X39.
My skin become younger, softer, firmer.
It's been really, really, really amazing.
I love X39 because it really helped reduce the inflammation in my knee. I can now run again. Woohoo!
Good evening, everyone. And we are recording and we are on Facebook. Welcome to our Monday evening community call. Gregory and I are your co-hosts, and we're here to celebrate successes. We are here to learn from success secrets, give corporate updates, do some training. Tonight, we have several wonderful things going on because we have a new director we have not yet acknowledged formally. And we also have the final 5th chapter on the Power of 5 to give a summary and a promotion. So I want to get started in the call, and to lead us off, we're going to bring on the sponsor of our director, a soon-to-be presidential, Barbara Larrabee, and she's going to introduce, oh, you look gorgeous, honey. She's going to introduce Dr. Velvet. Over to you, Barbara.
All right. Thank you so much, Robin. Yes, it's my very, very, very great pleasure to introduce someone who is very special to me. We've been friends for a number of years, and then got connected even more closely via LifeWave. And so I'm so proud to have sponsored Dr. Velvet, and her name is Dr. Velvet Womack. She holds a PhD in metaphysics, and she has used her degree for years to help improve the quality of individuals' lives. She is a quantum biofeedback specialist. Did I get that out right? Quantum biofeedback specialist. And she has actually spent 23 years writing quantum biofeedback modules. So she's very immersed in that. She's also been a massage therapist, but she recently retired from that in order to devote more time to LifeWave. And this lady is absolutely the most amazing person. She works circles around me. I do not know how she gets everything done. She is so organized and prolific in supporting her team. So I would like to introduce Dr. Velvet and ask her to share any gems of wisdom with us that she would like to.
Oh, Barbara, thank you so much for that introduction. And it is my pleasure. And I am so grateful that we are friends. And because of you, I am here today. And my life has changed thanks to you. So with that being said, when it came to my own success, and I was thinking about this, I wanted to share what was really important to me and what has allowed my greater success in LifeWave. And I would have to contribute that to consistency. Now, for those of you that are new to LifeWave, really kind of pay attention and maybe even write these notes down. So I'm going to give you 5 key takeaways when it comes to consistency. 1, consistency builds rhythm. So the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. You become inclined to this cycle in your life. You wake up excited, looking forward to the next thing that you can do towards your business and towards your growth. The next thing, number 2, is that consistency builds confidence. And of course, that might seem pretty natural and kind of understandable to everybody. But when it comes to our own business, consistency builds confidence because the more you do it, the more natural you become at it. The more inclined you are to just rest into it instead of feeling like you're having to perform. The third thing is it builds character. And when there's character that is built through consistency, people trust you. There's greater integrity. People want to know what you're doing. They're attracted to you. So that's a really good key takeaway when it comes to consistency, is that it does build character. 4, It prepares you to handle the little things that pop up that distract you. When you build consistency into your life, you also begin to know where to prioritize. Not all little things need to be taken care of at the same time. And because you've already built a rhythm, that rhythm is important to you. So you can kind of put a few things off that can wait until your rhythm of consistency is met in your own success in business. Number 5, consistency leads to persistence. We all hear the negative talk that goes on. Oh, you're in network marketing? Oh, you're never going to make any money at that. What were you thinking? Quitting your job to do network marketing? What is Lifeway? They've not been around that long. Whatever it may be, that consistency builds persistence so that no matter what comes your way, no matter what negativity comes your way, you're going to make it. And after a while, everybody's going to be asking you, oh my gosh, well, what are you doing that is so wonderful? Your life seems to have changed so much. So let me go over them real quick. Builds rhythm, builds confidence, builds character, prepares you for handling the little things, and it leads to persistence. You do these things and you will be successful. I know it. Take care. Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate the share.
Thank you so much, Dr. Velvet. She is such a great leader in our group, her own team, as well as our entire team. And so we're so grateful for her. Thank you, Robin.
Oh, thank you both. Oh my gosh, congratulations. And I do need to formally, publicly acknowledge Dr. Velvet has been a director for a little while now, and we finally are having her share her wisdom. And boy, great wisdom that was that you shared tonight. So I took notes. I hope everyone else was, because there's a few things that could help me a lot. And I love the, it is true. When you are consistent, it does build confidence. And, you know, I've talked about do what you say you're going to do. And that does build your own self-belief. So that's so wonderful. And it helps you handle those little distractions and things. I love it. And I love the rhythm part, because boy, does that, it makes such a difference. So thank you for your wisdom. Congratulations. And we're so excited to have you part of our leadership team. Okay. Thank you, Barbara. Beautiful job. Wonderful. Okay. So Gregory's going to come back up and bring forth our newsletter, because there's a lot going on right now, and it is the end of the year, as we know. And apologies, because the company is really working on making sure that you get the emails. And I went into my junk file and I saw it there. And so I don't think I was the only one, but we have a rank up promotion that started today in the US and Mexico.
And Robin, just real quickly, let me address that for everyone so they know what happened.
Sure.
You know, I mean, a lot of us said the company under-communicated a lot of times. Well, around Thanksgiving for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, I guess they over-communicated because some of the hosting companies said, oh my gosh, all these things coming from that same company, Lifeway, must be spam. And it triggered the spam alert in a lot of people's ISPs or, you know, mail serving companies. And they are working diligently to get those blocks off. In the meanwhile, we recommend everyone regularly check your spam or junk file and see if there's any communications from LifeWave in there until they get that fixed. So bear with them. They're doing everything they can to get that reversed. And a lesson learned, probably said special savings, you know, too many times to too many people. So they learned their lesson. There's a happy medium between under communicating and over communicating.
Yeah, thank you, Gregory. That was really helpful. And it has happened to many of us. So just check. That's why I put it in our Facebook group. And for those of you that may not be looking at the Facebook Facebook group regularly. When things change in the company or there was a disruption this morning, it ended up quickly where the phones weren't working for a little bit, our customer service, but then all is well. So we do use that as a vehicle for communication. And so just know that that's what's there. So let's talk a little bit about the rank up promotion. And what it means is it's a new lifetime rank. If you were a manager before and you fell out of a rank, it doesn't count. You have to be a brand new first time rank. And there are bonuses for each one of those. And 3 of them you need to maintain to get the extra bonus. But notice that a new manager gets $100. And notice the interesting timing, because ranking up is part of, getting points to earn trips and all kinds of goodies. So just kind of pay attention that the company is doing all kinds of things to support us in being successful. And also notice that they didn't end it on December 31st. So that's an improvement. So you can take a little time, get your momentum going for the holidays, but do give yourself some time too. So director, $300, senior director, $1,000, executive, $1,500, presidential, $3,000, and senior presidential, $6,000. Now, if you could scroll a little further, Gregory, because I want to.
Robin, I just want to comment on the date. And I think this is really smart on their part to give us a whole nother week after January 1st, because, during the holidays, you sow seeds of interest, but, it's not necessarily the best time for closing. I think after Christmas, after Hanukkah, after the high holidays, so to say, people are open to new opportunities, but you don't have to feel pressured. You got to work right up till midnight on New Year's Eve, to get your bonus. So you've got 2 weeks. So between now and, Christmas, you can be sowing all kinds of seeds of interest and get the low hanging fruit. If somebody's ready to go, get them going. But a lot of people aren't ready to go until afterwards. You can, pique their interest, share some information, then follow up after Christmas. Say, hey, remember we were talking about that stem cell activation technology. Would you like to find out more? Would you like to try it? Whatever you're going to say, and, get with your team leaders, because they've all got powerful scripts that work, which is evidenced by them being team leaders. So I just think this is really good. So we have 2 weeks after Christmas to take advantage of this beautiful rank promotion.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing that, Gregory, because also at the end of the year is the time a lot of people are doing some introspective work. They're living in a lot of questions of, what do I want to have be even better in my health for the new year? What do I want even better in my lifestyle? So the timing is really perfect. And just see that the higher ranks, you get an additional bonus when you stay qualified. Oh, there you go. Thought it was my glasses. Okay. For at least 3 weeks in the following 15 weeks for a second bonus. So executives get 2,500 total. Presidentials get 5,000 and SPDs get a total of 8,000. So, and then rank advancement to senior presidential during the promotional period and maintain it for 7 weeks. Oh my gosh, an additional 2,000. So a total of 10,000 is available for a new SPD. Anyone going there? We'll help you get there. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you have any questions, there is an FAQ that comes with in the email that goes into details if you have questions, or reach out to your upline. Okay, moving along. Gregory.
Yeah, and this is a question Alana asked in the chat. Will there be any product promotions? Probably not. We had a lot of product promotions around the Thanksgiving holiday. So I think the product promotions, we won't see any more of those closing out this year, but we do have this rank promotion, which they've been doing kind of on an annual basis for the last few years.
Great.
Okay, so 2024, the countdown clock is going. The hours and the minutes aren't right, but it's 19 days to the end of the year. Oh my gosh, where'd this year go? And here comes 2024, which I think we all have our sights set. It's going to be our best year yet. And this rank promotion incentive is certainly going to help.
And in case you guys haven't heard, the company broke all kinds of records in November. I mean, it was crazy what they've done. So we'll be getting more of the specifics, but we're in the right place. You know, riding the wave of a company in momentum is a great place to be. And here we are.
So
Okay.
Robin, do you want to introduce our team leaders, Dr. Velvet again and
I
Dr.
would unless
Coach
you want
Clarissa?
to. Do you want to or you want me to?
Go right ahead.
Okay, so this is week 5 of our book club, and we've been reviewing John Maxwell's book, The Power of Five for Network Marketing, a brilliant, small, but very meaty book. And we've had several of our leaders do a little summary of the 5 different powers. And tonight is our final night. So what we have tonight is a certified John Maxwell coach, Coach Clarissa, along with Dr. Velvet, who already got a wonderful introduction. So we're going to turn things over to them to talk about the power of significance. Good evening, ladies.
Good
Okay,
evening.
there you are. Okay, over to you.
We're very good. And thank you for the introduction. And Gregory, that's okay. Because when I speak to Coach Clarissa, I myself have called her Dr. Clarissa. Isn't that right, Clarissa?
Yes.
Awesome. So again, thank you guys for having us here to do this significance. It's might be the last one, but it is by far the least of the values of ones. Would you agree, Coach Clarissa?
Yes, and I'm excited, and not only excited because I'm inspired to partner with you, our newly recognized director, Dr. Velvet. Thank you so much for partnering, and thank you so much, Robin and Gregory, for putting us together here tonight on this book, on this chapter, Significance.
Yeah, I'm still coming down from the ranking promotion, so I hope I can get through this, Coach Clarissa, with you, but I know we're going to do a fantastic job. So when we're looking at the power of the 5 and we're looking at significance, I noticed that there was a weaving of significance in all of the other chapters. Did you experience that too, Coach Clarissa? And I would also like to hear your takeaway regarding that first one on growth.
Yes, and absolutely. And the reason why I'm also inspired because the week 1, which was shared by Robin and Jen Allen and Adele, which is on growth. The second one is Connection by Carly and Michelle. The Mindset by Jennifer and Janet. Week 4, Leadership, Sunshower and Rovel. And tonight, Significance with you, Dr. Velvet. But first, let me share how these first 4 enhances and support each other and add on a greater reward in our life and how important significance is. So like for growth, which is the chapter 1, if you want to grow, cultivate a teachable spirit. And I love how I always hear from Robin that she's always a student at heart. What an inspiration, right? And growth should be intentional and aligned with our passion and purpose. If not, we're just going to run the risk of being busy without meaning. Who is not busy? Everybody's busy. So for this chapter, to connect with significance, design your growth to match your goals and consistently have intention between where you are and where you want to be. So work on your strength zone to grow. And that's how I appreciate you, Dr. Velvet. You are Miss Super Organized and consistent. So how about share a little bit of your takeaways and connect with significance with the chapter 2 connections.
Yes. And thank you for that. And thank you for the reminder of what Robin always is showing us and inspiring us is to be a constant student in this growth. So the key takeaway for me is connection is the fuel to growth. It's also the fuel to respect and understanding the importance and of the value that we're bringing. So adding value, bringing value, and recognizing value on an everyday occurrence, not just once in a while, but an everyday act. And I love bringing that connection and value to other people. And many of you on here have already gotten to experience how I love on you. Like, I'll let you know I love your smile, or I love your voice. And these things are genuine. They're not made up. I really do see the value and the gifts that people bring. So with that being said, Coach Clarissa, I love how you bring your gifts to each and every webinar that we do, and that you're such a natural when it comes to sharing these talents as a coach and helping us as a team to develop. And you've got such a positive mindset when it comes to when you're sharing, you can automatically feel that presence of how you carry your mind. So with that, the next one is mindset. So, you know, would you like to share your takeaways on mindset? Because you're very strong in that.
Well, for sure. Thank you so much. But first off, I like when you share, add value, bring value, and recognize value every day. I like that kind of mindset. You know, mindset every day, we all have the opportunity to start our day with the right mindset. I know you will all agree with me. And there are multiple mindsets. However, it is up to us to decide which one are we going to practice. So let's make it a habit to be in a positive mindset so that the next day we can repeat that attitude. And with that being said, I would love you to bridge that, to your leadership, because every time I have a conversation with you, Dr. Velvet, I know why you are a director, because of your leadership. So take it away, Dr. Velvet. Please connect with us with your leadership and this significance.
Yeah. So with the leadership is that everything is going to begin with our mindset, just like you said. There's no way that we can continue to have negative thoughts and expect a positive outcome. But I really liked what Maxwell said in this chapter. I really embodied this one, is stop accepting your life and start leading your life, right? It's taking action based on those intentions that you've set. And I have a really cool story, an experience that I think will really make a difference in people's lives in hearing how this is applicable. So I was driving to work one day and I set the intention that I wanted to get to work safe and sound. So I'm driving to work and all of a sudden I'm greeted with traffic stop because there was an accident ahead of me. I was like, oh, okay, I'm safe and sound. I wasn't in an accident. But then all of a sudden there are people weaving in and out and people are cutting in front of me and people are blowing their horns and going all over the place. And I said, my intention is to arrive safe and sound. And all of a sudden the car filled up with this energy and this thought came to my mind, just permeated my whole brain. And it said, I am providing you safety. Your job is to recognize and take the next necessary action. And that's when it hit me. Oh my gosh, how many times of us, all of us, have set an intention, hoping that the intention would just happen, but us not do anything to take action towards that intention. So it's kind of like when you say you set an intention to be successful in LifeWave, but then you don't take the action in making a phone call. Or you don't take an action to let people see that you're wearing the patch. So setting intentions and taking the appropriate action that matches the intention is what leads to success.
Wow, that is huge, Dr. Velvet. Appropriate action that match the intention. That is amazing. And I like also what you said, stop accepting and start living. It's same thing with the pain, the aches and pains that we have been feeling on a daily basis. That was me before. But when I get to know LifeWave, I stop accepting that there's still pain and start living with pain-free life. So how about Dr. Velvet? Share your key takeaways on this significance, because I'm so excited to hear from you, not only because you're a leader, but because you are living the life that you embrace.
Oh, thank you so much. And you do the same. I mean, you definitely embrace this. So I think that many of us are living this unconsciously, like that we really have a natural sense of sensing significant in people's lives, in our own life. But Maxwell writes, and this is going to help a lot of you, because if you're new, you probably already sense this, but this is going to help you. So pay attention. Success is mainly about me. It's about my career, my agenda, my possessions, and my desires. So when we first start out in networking, that's what it is. It's let's get people signed up because it's about me, me, me. I got to get this done. But then the tides begin to change. And that doesn't feed us anymore. We have everything that we want. We're living the life that we desire. But then we know that there's something more. And that's when we really step into true leadership, because now we are helping others to grow. We're helping them to feel significant. We get our significance by making them feel valued and them adding greater value. We are excited now to see their success and their growth. And when that happens, man alive, our success just soars. But it's because of helping another. I have 5 key words that I use and live by every single day, even when I'm not doing LifeWave, right? I live by these even in my own home and with my pets, believe it or not. And they are listen, learn, lead, connect, and inspire. Each and every day, I listen to my pets. I get to know them. I'm listening intuitively to them as well. And then I know I'm learning what to listen for and knowing when to give and when not to give. And then when to lead and not to lead. That's just as important as knowing when not to lead and allow somebody else to do that. And then connect in a bigger way, letting people know that you really heard them. Like Coach Clarissa is magnificent at it, right? She repeats back to me what she's hearing, what she's seeing, what she's feeling. And inspiration. Inspire means that you're moving others from within now. You are being the example of movement. So I just love that movement. I love inspiring people every day. Every day, it just takes my breath away. So Coach Clarissa, I've enjoyed sharing that on significance, but you as a Maxwell coach and facilitator, I know that you have something very special to share with us. And for those of you that haven't gotten to see the video of her on stage with Maxwell shares a story of her life, and they're in Guatemala, and it just struck me. But that's where she found her significance, and he is sharing that. So Coach Clarissa, that was a very touching story. So I'd like to hear what your 5 are when it comes to significance.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Bell. But you know, the 5 keywords that you just shared, learn, listen, learn, lead, connect, and inspire. It touches me the most. And if you guys, you know, as what we have learned from these first 4, the growth, connections, mindset, and leadership, if we're going to internalize it and put it together, it will lead us to the success that we want. However, as what I've mentioned, most people realize success, yet not exactly sure what significance looks and feels like. So it is my hope and our hope for you to internalize this 5th chapter. You'll be able to have a clearer picture of what significance looks and feels like. So I have a lot of notes with what you've shared, Dr. Velvet, And now I would like to share, if you're ready, I would like to encourage you to take down notes. I'll be sharing this quick 5 everyday essentials of significance. And Dr. John Maxwell teaches that there are 5 everyday essentials for living a life of significance. And there are simple practices that anyone can do right away. So if you're ready, I'm going to give you this 5 quickly. Number 1, value people every day. Value people every day. You will only add value people to people if you see value in people. You cannot believe people are unimportant and add value to them at the same time. You know, John learned this lesson from his father, who said, most people feel undervalued, insecure, and lost. If you show them that you value them and you love them unconditionally, you will make a difference. So when you value yourself, like what we're doing as a Lifeway brand partners, we're patching every day, we're taking care of ourselves. So when you value yourself and you value others, you create a cycle of positive interaction that makes life better for everyone. So that's number 1. Second, think ahead about ways to add value to people every day. Think ahead. So people who make a difference think about ways to add value to people ahead of time. So they are proactive. We are proactive. We're here every Monday, and every time we have Live Younger events, we're here, we're there. We quickly find ways. So a quick look at your day's calendar in the morning can provide ideas for adding value. So where will you be going? Who will you be meeting? And in what ways might you help people? So opportunities are endless. If you are intentional in your thinking, take that note, intentional. So adding value to others doesn't need to be anything big or expensive. It just needs to be thoughtful. So begin your day by thinking about specific ways to add value to people. So third, look for ways to add value to people every day. So in the book, Winning with People, John Maxwell he wrote the lens principle, which is who we are determines how we see others. So for example, if we are selfish, we look for others to add value to us. And if we desire significance, we look for ways to add value to others. So in life, you either add or subtract from others. I know those who subtract focus on taking for themselves. Those who add focus on giving to others. So as you go through your day, which mindset do you have? If you have a mindset to give, sometimes, being a brand partner with Lifeway is not that easy. But if you have that mindset to give, you will care about people's needs and look for ways to meet them. You will see your day as a series of opportunities to help people. And fourth, do things that add value to people every day. So I've been hearing from Dr. Velvet, it's all about taking actions. And it is possible to value people. My question, this is a very important question. Is it possible to value people, think about adding value to them, and look for ways to add value to them, and yet still not be a person of significance? Unfortunately, the answer is yes. The key to significance is taking action. You can only make a difference if you actually follow through and do things that add value to others. Otherwise, you'll only have good intentions, and good intentions really don't produce results. Only intentional living does. So John Maxwell starts every day by asking himself 2 questions at the beginning of every day. He asks himself, who will I add value today? I know if you've been with us during our conference, the convention, you will know. And then at the end of the day, he asks, who did I value today? And if he cannot identify a specific action done for a specific person, he knows he has not been intentional enough that day. So number 5, last but not the least, encourage others to add value to people every day. Encourage. You know, I've been doing High Five Live with Coach Clarissa for 9 years every Friday. You know, why 5? I love acronyms. Robin knows that I love acronyms. FIVE. F, faith, inspiration, victorious spirit, and encouragement. So I've learned from John Maxwell that encouragement is like an air that we need every day. So significance begins with you, but it's meant to be shared. If you're a brand partner of You Feel Better with our LifeWave patches, and if we don't share it, then that. So as you develop the daily habit of adding value to others, begin encouraging others close to you to do the same. And you will be amazed at the impact you can make when you partner with others to make a difference. I've been sharing with my team that help me to help you, and let's help other people so that other people will do the same. So that's how I encourage them on a daily basis. So those are the 5, and thank you so much for writing this down. And I'm very grateful that we have come this far, and sharing with you this 5th chapter is already a very significant for me and for Dr. Velvet. And I learned that if you desire to live life with significance, you need to approach each day as an opportunity. Again, as an opportunity to make a difference, right? And I would like to end this my segment with this quote. There are 2 great days in your life: the day you were born and the day you find out why. That is from Dr. John Maxwell. And thank you so much, Dr. Velvet. Dr. Velvet and I would like to thank you all for listening, and we hope that you learned something. Thank you so much, Gregory and Robin, for your leadership and the impact you're making for this community. I would like to recognize all leaders who recognize the leadership of their mentors and coaches. So stay humble, hungry, curious, and continue adding value to others.
Beautiful. Thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh, you did a beautiful job of summarizing the 5 powers, but also pulling it all together. And I just, I mean, it's, you know, setting the intention to do it and then looking for ways, then looking for ways to add value, do things that add value, value people, and think ahead about, you know, how you can help other people add value. How beautiful. And the chapter is really, well, the whole book is wonderful. And I would just want to thank everyone for participating in our first book group. And so I put a post up to say, who else wants to, do you want a new book for the new year? And everyone, a lot of people saying, yes, yes, yes. So we're going to talk in our director's call about that. But Dr. Velvet and Clarissa, Coach Clarissa, it was a beautiful way to end our book summary of The Power of 5 by John Maxwell for network marketing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Gregory, you want to say something?
Yeah, it was certainly the crowning rose of these 5 weeks. And thank you for honoring everybody that did the first 4 weeks leading up to this, which really laid the foundation for you to kind of tie it all together so nicely. So, gosh, I was taking fervent notes, and you know, what we're talking about here is the essence of servant leadership. And thank you so much, Coach, for clarifying it so uniquely. And Dr. Velvet, you know, for living an intentional life and making an example of that for us. And I love that phraseology. It hasn't been in our vernacular so well, but it needs to be for us to be living an intentional life, you know, and helping others to do the same.
Beautiful. Okay, I guess we have a few more quick things to cover.
Yeah, we do. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'll share my screen again. And so the power significance. Wow, that was fabulous. So And we left up for another week because there's still time for free gifts and special offer. And if you haven't listened to the JJ Joshua's,
Before you, honey, before you move on to that, I don't remember. I'm trying to remember who it was that brought it to my attention, but on the, I think it's the 27th and 28th. This book will be 40% off if you contact John Maxwell's organization. So this is a great book to give as a gift to your team. Okay, continue on, honey. I think you're on mute, sweetheart. I can't hear you. Gregory.
okay. Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Perfect. So, JJ's replay is still available. Her special offering gifts are still available. So, if you haven't availed yourself of that, we certainly encourage you to do so.
And
the-
she is the master of intentional living. The master. That is what she calls herself, an intentional life coach.
Isn't that
So,
wonderful?
okay, continue on.
Okay, I think we'll skip over these next two. We've talked about them in the interest of time because
Yep.
our dinner's almost ready. And do you want to talk about tomorrow night with Dr. Henry?
Oh, yes. Testimonial Tuesday. So we do the first short while of testimonials, and we bring on our wonderful practitioners, and we have Dr. Henrietta tomorrow night. Every one of them's fabulous, and she's one of our newest ones, but boy, people fell in love with her quickly. So great wisdom from this wonderful woman. And for those of you that are leaders, if I don't see hands up, I call on you. So just always, you should always be ready with testimonials. Always, always, always. And we shouldn't ever, yeah. So we love hearing your stories. So share them. Is that it,
Great.
honey?
I think that brings it to a wrap. I know I saw a lot of wonderful comments about the rank up promotion. It's going to be very exciting. The fact that it runs right into the new year is also very exciting. So we don't have that end of year crunch that we had last year.
Should we tell everybody what we're doing on Wednesday?
Yeah, go right ahead.
No,
Mhm.
I was going to have you do it.
Well, I am I'm wearing my puka shells in honor of the fact that we're leaving for Hawaii on Wednesday morning. So all the calls will continue, and we'll be popping on a couple of them, but we're going to be taking a little R&R on the Garden Island of Kauai with our youngest son and his wife. So Ian and Rachel are joining us there. So we're going to have a great family 9-day vacation in Hawaii, and we'll be back just in time for Christmas. So if there's anything urgent, you can try reaching us. No guarantee how long it'll take for us to get back with you, but we really encourage you to work through your line of leadership. They're there for you, and will also be available on a limited basis.
Okay. Well,
Great.
thank you, everybody. Night, night.
See
Bye-bye.
ya. Bye-bye, everyone. Good night.